Good afternoon. My name is Darren Bray and I'm a local architect based here in Southampton, and I've been asked by Laura Watford to give a little overview about who I am, what I do in terms of being an architect, and the fact that we are currently working on St Margaret's Church. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, what I do, and St Margaret's Church. So I set up my own architectural practice called Studio B.A.D 2.5 years ago, and you'll see that there's a few images here of projects that we're working on, one of which is St Margaret's Church. So here I am at age 16 when I first started out as an architectural technician, and I've been on a long journey studying at Portsmouth University. Here I am studying at Portsmouth University, and here I am graduating with my parents in 1998. So I've been working in architectural practice for the last 25 years. Here are some of the projects that I've been working on throughout Hampshire. This one you might recognise, which is the Canoe Lake Tennis Pavilion, which I worked on a number of years ago. So I also teach. I teach at Reading School of Architecture. Previously, I used to teach at Portsmouth School of Architecture. Architecture is a fantastic degree to do, like creative problem solving, and it sets you up to do all sorts of very interesting things in your career. So St Margaret's Church, we've been working on St Margaret's Church for about 2 years now, and we were asked to help the church look at what the future of the church might be and how this building might be used. So some of you that may live in Southsea and Portsmouth will know here's St Margaret's Church here in the centre of Southsea. Here's the cemetery, and it's kind of sat within quite a large community. Here's the church itself. And is predominantly a Victorian church. This bit at the front is an extension and is a 1950s addition. So we were asked to undertake some community engagement, and this is how we work. We have to understand everything about this place. So when you're doing your competition for the vertical farm, you're going to need to find out everything about this place and everything about the kind of technical aspects of the project. So here's this wonderful community where we held some community engagement, and we talked to everybody and asked them lots of questions about what they felt the future of church is. And here we are undertaking our community engagement. So we're really interested in finding out about people, who they are, what they're interested in, and why they come to church. What is it about church that's special? Here's the church in action. This is Christmas a couple of years ago. And then this gentleman here, Fran, he's the minister that leads the church, a quite wonderful man who's our client. And when we did our community engagement, we asked everybody to write down their thoughts and ideas as to what they felt the future of church should be. So we gathered all these together to help us take part in our design process. It's really important to do that before you start sketching and drawing, is to kind of put down all the key things that are really important about the project and what you're being asked to do. And then we created these really interesting word diagrams, which we put into the internet. And then out of that comes these kind of, really interesting set of words. You'll see the word community and family is very strong and very highlighted. So this is something you might think about doing yourselves. Now, when we start a project with a roll of sketch and a pen and a pencil, and we start from very first principles. So you'll see this sketch here in the middle. This is looking at the sun path, and this is looking at how the sun acts with the building, and it's going to be really important when you do your design for the vertical farm to think about that. Where is the sun path and how you're going to position your project? And we sketch all the way through, and we kind of ask ourselves questions. We go back to the brief, and we kind of understand what it is that the people need. So these are sketches that look at the interior. The arrows are kind of looking at how you access the church, and how there is views between the inner part of the church and the external part of the church. So you might do something like that when you're kind of designing the project. And it's kind of really important to kind of use really simple materials, lots of colour, put colour in your drawings so that you can identify the key components. So again, we kind of work through lots of different ideas, and we kind of, each time we sketch, we kind of change the idea and develop it so that it's improving every time. And there is no such thing as a bad idea. Everything that you put down on paper is really, really important because it's an idea that you've had, and you must show that in your process. So when you develop and you actually present your idea, it's to kind of put all these key sketches into the presentation. So here's us looking at the front of St Margaret's, and we've got these ideas about how we might kind of interact with the building. This idea of putting a new entrance so that there's a kind of new position for people to be welcomed. And then this is us taking a slice through the church. This is what we call a section. And then we're showing how the sun gets into the building. So one of the interesting things that we've been working on in St Margaret's, we've been putting in a new heating system. So this photograph here was taken probably about 2 years ago when they had an old timber floor. We took up that timber floor and we've put in a new underfloor heating system. Here you can see the pipes, you can see the wonderful fairy lights that the church leave up all the time. And so we've put this new underfloor heating system in because there was no heating in this building, and it's really important for the people of this building to be able to use this building is to have heating. So here's a few photographs of what the church looks like at the moment, with the wonderful artwork by local artist Fark. You may well have seen some of his artwork with the bird locally. And then here we are putting our new underfloor heating system in. Here you can see all the pipes. And then we're pumping in our concrete floor that goes over the top to give us a nice shiny finish. Here's Fran, the minister. Here he is, thinking and contemplating about this wonderful space. Now he's got his underfloor heating in his concrete floor. And this is kind of given rebirth to the church now that they've got a new heating system. You can see the finished floor with the underfloor heating grills in. So it's got new heating system within the building now. This little door we designed about 1.5 years ago, which is the children's Sunday school room, which is just a little timber plywood door that we've kind of added to the building, just a small little piece. And we've done these little things so that they kind of add to the interior of the church. This is a little cafe which we've designed on wheels so that it can be moved around, and it's temporary. And this cafe is now operating. If some of you visited the church recently, you will have now seen that they are running two days a week, this wonderful cafe that's in operation. So here's a few of our more detailed drawings. So this is us looking at much more detail in terms of the extension. You'll see here, we kind of designed this cafe with tables. You'll see that we've got a roof that joins to the church's community centre. We've put a green roof on here to kind of add some biodiversity so that the local insects and bees and bugs will be able to kind of use that roof. And here's what we call an elevation. This is the front of the church. You'll see the street here, and then we've designed our little extension here, which is all in copper. And this is what we call a computer render or an artist's impression of our new entrance. So you might think about doing some sketches in 3D to show off your idea, which is really, really important, because it's really important to kind of show things three-dimensionally so that you can explain and represent your idea as best as possible. And again, this is a three-dimensional computer model that we make in the studio here, which shows you exactly what we are proposing. And again, there's a little 3D element of the project. And we make physical models. So this is a model that we've made to show the three-dimensional qualities of what we're thinking about. So it might be that you might use some materials that you find at home to make a little model of your project or your idea. So again, you could take photographs of it and you could put it on your presentation. And we do this all the time so that we can fully show and illustrate what our ideas are in terms of the project. So that's just a very quick overview in the work that we've been doing on St Margaret's Church. But I think what's really important is to really enjoy the project, because I think you've got a fantastic competition opportunity to work on the vertical farm. And I think you must document everything that you do. So whether it's sketches or drawings, maybe keep a little sketchbook and put all those ideas in there and put them in your presentation. And as I said, there is no such thing as a bad sketch. You must kind of document everything that you do. And I think it's really important to ask lots of questions. So, when you're thinking about doing the competition, when you go and meet people, one of the things that we do a lot is listening. It's really important to listen when you go to meet the people at the church. And I think, as I said, is to kind of constantly try things. There is just try anything. Putting pen to paper is really important to start the project. So I'm going to wish you good luck. I'm going to say it's a fantastic opportunity for you. I wish I'd have had the opportunity to do something like this when I was starting out on my journey being an architect. So I'm going to wish you good luck.